Oscar Bevis for IFL TV in association with MTK Global. We're in Liverpool for Fight Week. And at the top of the bill, Mr. Callum Smith defends his Ring Magazine, WBA and WBC Diamond titles against John Ryder. You're building a little collection.
Yeah, getting there. I think there's a few more I want before I'm done. That's always been a goal. When I become a world champion, I realised that there's more I can achieve. I don't feel I've shown me full ability just yet, and there's still goals I've set myself, and that's what I'm here for. And hopefully them fights can come in 2020, but I've got to come through Saturday night, and I've got a tough fight. John Ryder's in good form. It's a big opportunity for him, but the best version of me beats any version of him.
I was going to say, John Ryder's a man looking to put a spanner in the works, but I spoke to John and I said to him, obviously journalists all the time will ask you about Canelo, Billy Joe, Anfield. What does he think of it? And he says that he feels like you're too professional and you're not going to be looking past him. That's right,
definitely. I've been around the sport too long and I've seen too many upsets to take me off the ball, and every fight's always a must-win for me, from my debut till now. Every fight's the same. It's a must-win, and this one more so than ever. I do want them to fight with the big names next year, but I only get them by being world champion. So I've got to beat John, and I'm expecting the best version of John. So I'm switched on, I'm professional, and he's got my full attention.
About the fight stylistically, Joe said in a press conference, Joe Gallagher, your trainer, said that you could jab his head off all night, so he's going to have to try at some point to get in close and try and sort of rough you up and try and land some shots on you. That's pretty much what you're expecting from him.
If you look at the size difference, I'm the taller man, I should be on the back foot, and he's the shorter man. He's got to get in close, and that's no stereotype, but listen, there's a lot of ways the fight could go. Listen, you could go on the back foot and move around, and I could come on the front foot and try and make a tail. You never know till you get in there, and you've got to be prepared for everything, but that's what training camp's for. You work on sparring, you work on shots, you feel a work on the night, and you prepare for whatever version of him comes, and I believe I've done that. I can't just go in there with one game plan. You've got to have a few, and we're ready, we've got good tactics, and I'm confident I'll wake up Sunday morning still a world champion.
You've been on the road for the last 3 fights. Is there pressure now, the fact you're coming back to Liverpool, to put a certain level of performance in, or is the pressure because of the big fights that are in the future? You sort of can't scrape a win and look a bit dodgy. You sort of have to go out and perhaps let your hands go, maybe even stop John?
Possibly, yeah, but I always aim to perform regardless, and I think just becoming a world champion, I've got to go in and perform like a world champion. And I do interviews and say I believe I'm the best in the world. I've got to perform and make people agree with me. You couldn't sit down and say this man's the best in the world, watch him, and then say I scrape home and scrape past John Ryder on points. People are going to then disagree, whereas if I'm getting in and performing and I'm looking like a world champion, then people are going to start agreeing with it. So the performance is always important for me. The win's the main thing, but I'm a perfectionist and I always try and perform to the best of my ability.
You said you were performing at 70% throughout your career. You don't feel like people have seen the best of you, yet you still believe you're the best in the world. What's that extra 30%?
I just believe in boxing it always takes two to make a good fight, and I just believe the better the fight, it'll bring out more in me. I think we've seen a little bit with George Groves. When I'm in against someone who's competitive with me, I need to up my game to beat them, whereas I've won a lot of fights not at my own pace, but I haven't had to go the well, I haven't had to dig in, I haven't had to show me. Which is
perhaps why people might have written you off against Groves, considering you had 2 fights where you were a clear favourite.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Whereas I knew the better George Groves, the better I'd have to be, and I believe if he'd erupted it again, I have more to go again, and I just feel that way. I feel people haven't really seen the best of me, and hopefully they will do. This fight, maybe next fight, at some point someone's going to get in, someone's going to really test me, and I'm going to have to show me full ability to get the win, and I'm ready for that. I welcome that. I want to show how good I am, and just for myself, I want to retire and know that was my level. That's how good I was, and that's the plan for the next couple of years, to just maximise my potential.
Eddie loves the Anfield word, shall I say?
Yeah.
Is this going to be a little taster for your fans of you back in Liverpool and then perhaps Anfield next year?
Hopefully, yeah. Listen, I've just got to keep winning. I've got a very good team around me, Eddie, Joe. It's their job to deliver the big names for me and deliver the big venues. I've just got to keep winning, and that's all I've done my whole career. I get in, I deal with John Ryder, then they can sort my next fight out. If there's a possibility of Anfield, then of course that'd be a dream come true. It needs a big name in the opposite corner. I'm
Who would
fully
you prefer
aware of that.
if you had to pick one?
Listen, obviously I think Canelo's the obvious choice. I don't think he comes to Liverpool, so I think that's the Vegas one. So if it was Anfield, I don't know. There's 3 champions. Gennady Golovkin. There's a lot of names out there. I'm not in a division where all roads lead to one fighter. There's a lot of.
If it was to be Anfield, you would want a big name. You wouldn't want a stadium fight.
No, I wouldn't want a stadium fight
where
not only a few thousand in. If I would do a stadium, I want to do it properly.
Yeah.
There's no point fighting in a stadium with an attendance what could fill an arena.
Yeah.
I've always looked at that way. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it properly, and I'm not going to sell it on my own. I need a big name in the opposite corner, so that puts pressure on Eddie to go and deliver that, which is good news to me because they're the fights that I do want. So I'll take care of business the weekend, and then we'll look to see what's next. Okay,
Callum Smith, I'm going to let you go. Thank you for speaking to IFL TV. I'm sure we'll catch up with you after Saturday night.
It is special. Absolute dynamite. Oh my